guys, we are live. We are the local neighborhood experts. I'm Sharon, and this is Kyle, and this is Ken.
What's up, man?
You know, we love to talk about coffee. We love to highlight local eateries and spotlight local events. And today we are in Divi in Point Pleasant.
You on?
You guys?
Cheers.
Really good, really good.
So I'm drinking a regular coffee, but they call it Brooklyn. So the Brooklyn blend, yes.
You should have seen how she lit up when
Oh my gosh, I was so
she
excited.
coffee.
I was like, yes, I'm representing. And what are you drinking, Kyle?
This is their Ethiopian cold brew. It is very, very good.
It looks like a heart attack in a glass, man. Yeah, it looks like it's got enough caffeine.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Cold brew coffee has way more caffeine than regular coffee, and I'm addicted.
Oh yeah, it's really good, man. It hits you like a brick wall, like it's good.
What is it? Is that why you got decaf?
Yeah, I've already had 2 cups of coffee today, so I didn't want to be like scratching as I talk to you guys.
I mean, this blend is really good. I mean, it has like a little kick at the end because I asked her, I said, listen, because you know, you go to some places and they just give you like this medium roast, which is like not right. And I was like, I like a little kick in it, and this is it could be a little bit more flavorful for me, but it's good coffee and it has that little kick, so I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, they have a really good. I'm all about like sweet stuff. This is like a brown sugar cinnamon flavor, but they have like 20 different flavors. If you know, sweet coffee is your thing. So,
So you like it?
Bananas Foster.
That was
It's a
really
latte of the month.
Oh my god.
But you don't like all that milk though?
I do almond milk.
Okay.
So like it's pretty mild.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I don't really like the taste of coffee. I like the taste of like sweet coffee. So you know,
Okay.
I'm not like you know, going for the strong roast
yeah,
all in.
yeah.
You know.
I want to wake up. I want to wake up.
She wants the shot of espresso in there.
Yeah.
Like a straight.
But you know what? When I'm not home, because the way how I brew my coffee, I think is perfect for me. But when I do go out, I do want that little shot.
Oh, yeah.
No one can brew it like I can, except for certain places. But this is good
Do
coffee.
you French press it at home? Because I know that's like a way to get really strong coffee.
No, I don't French press it. I just do it prepared.
You see the old school Italian espresso pots?
No, that's not.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, those are great. Those are great.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, it's simple. It's similar. It's similar to that.
It is. It's the same. It's the same thing.
My brother's a psycho. He does cold brew with a shot of espresso in it.
Oh
I
wow.
used to do that too, and that ruined me.
Oh my god, yeah.
It ruined me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, no.
That's funny. So what do you? How do you say it? Really good.
It's phenomenal. It's not. So she said it's kind of like a lighter roast, very much so, because it's fruity. It's not burnt. It doesn't have a very strong flavor. It doesn't have a very strong, how do I say, coffee. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very soft. It's super drinkable. I can drink that whole thing right now.
Oh.
That's kind of the danger of cold brew. It's like, oh, it's so light. It doesn't taste like the regular coffee that I have all the time.
Yeah. It's almost like if you took all the bitterness out of whiskey and you're just like, oh, this tastes like sugar, you know? And then you're just like, and all of a sudden you like stand up and you're like, oh my god,
I'm drunk.
Like,
I'm drunk. Cold brew.
I need it.
like it is noon and I'm toasted for the day.
Oh, that's funny. Well, this vibe of this place is really good. Like it has like a tree in it. So I'm gonna do when I do the video editing, I'll definitely take a picture of it. There's a tree in the middle of this place, which is interesting, and it has like a really cozy vibe to it. It's definitely someplace I don't know if I would go business, yes. You would? Yeah.
I got a really comfy couch over there that we almost did. You know, I could definitely, it's very cozy. It's good.
They have
Right.
a comfy couch and like who's like family.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
family oriented.
It's that family friendly, definitely. I don't know if I would do business, but you guys are gonna bring your clients here.
Couple tables, couple bars, you know. I think
Yeah.
it's a good vibe overall.
Yeah.
I like the vibe. It's definitely a good vibe. So,
So,
Same for the cold brew.
how about we figure out how we introduce how Ken got here?
all right, Ken. So Ken actually DM'd the DM
Next door DM.
next door. Next door. Let me tell you, next door is a really great site to really find out a lot of information. And he DM'd me and he said, "Hey, Sharon." I quickly like that. I think it was a week later.
I think it was like that day you called me, and I was like, who the hell is this? It couldn't have been the lady in just DM'd like 30 seconds ago.
He was like, "Wow, that was quick." Yeah, he said that was quick, and we just like set this up. So guys, again, if you want to reach out to us, just DM us, call us. We're that easy to really find. And then he's telling me about what he does, and I was like, you should definitely come onto the show. So talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, totally. So my name's Karen. I'm a broker in Life and Health. We're a Medicare brokerage and life insurance brokerage in Thomas River, right in the middle of the Berkeley area, like on Mule Road, so right off 32nd. And what we primarily do, because we work in a retirement community but all over the state, is we work with Medicare. And if you are over 65, Medicare is everything to you. All the commercials you see, all the letters you get are Medicare. But if you're under 65, you might not know what that is. You might have seen things like Medicare for all and like stuff in the news, but you might not know that this is a health insurance program from the federal government that tens of millions of Americans are on, and they by and large really like it too. So what we do is help you with the government paperwork because it is a government program. We help sign you up when you're 65 or when you become disabled in the eyes of the government, which also gives you Medicare status. And a lot of our business is also taking people who've already been on Medicare for a couple of years and helping them switch to something that might better suit their needs. So what we do is we take you in, we help you sign up, but then we manage you year over year. We want you to have a specific broker you work with for many years, an agency that answers your questions year-round, always in America. There's only about 10 of us, but we have several thousand clients because people have just come to know and expect that we treat people with respect, dignity, and we help people get insanely expensive health insurance procedures covered with the insurance that we give them. So our goal is to just be a resource to this community to make sure people are ready for the retirement years in terms of health care, because it's not something you really want to talk about or think about. No one wants to sit there and think, you know, what's going to happen when I'm 80? Am I going to be able to get the chemotherapy? Am I going to be able to get the surgeries I need because I played too much pickleball and I threw my hip out? That kind of thing.
It's like when, I mean, so you said it, but when did people really start thinking about it? When did you really start saying, okay, I need to really think about Medicaid?
So there's two specific situations. It's when you turn 65.
So 65.
65, that's the first one. Okay. I always have to say, if you've been on Social Security disability for 24 straight months under 65, you also go on to Medicare.
Okay.
So this is a program meant to help our elderly and our disabled to our most vulnerable populations. And if you do it right, you get some truly amazing health benefits out of this. You know, I've had people who cross state borders to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in chemotherapy, heart surgeries, you name it. We have such a contentious debate around health insurance, you know, in this country currently, what the future is going to be. Medicare is really an amazing standard for what health insurance could be in this country. It has been for decades. So it's really important. So like you said, it's when you retire, when you're about to turn 65, or if you've been disabled for an extended period of time. So those are the times you start thinking about Medicare. Because you don't have to take it at 65. If you keep working, you can kind of delay it. That's where we come in because everybody's different. There's definitely standard procedures given your situation. What we want to say, you know, Kyle, Sharon, you guys are going to go down totally different paths, and that's okay. You know.
So then I'm just chugging along with my life. I don't have to think about it until I'm 65. Is what you're saying?
Correct. Unless unless you're disabled for 24 straight months. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it's you know, it's one of those things where you turn 65, I'd say.
That's when you should think about.
I'd say start having a conversation about a year or two from 65 because you might. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I had to move. Felt so uncomfortable.
yeah.
Okay.
But when you're 64, you know, maybe you plan on working, and that's a different situation where you delay Medicare so you can keep using your work insurance. So there are a lot of different situations, but I'd say when you turn 64 or your spouse turns 64, that's the time to really start having the initial conversations and just making sure you have a game plan for when you turn 65, when you actually retire, all those different things.
What I like about it is the fact that after they reach out to you, then you're with them for their whole journey.
Correct.
Which is amazing because then you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I got to find another person, another provider. You go with them through the whole journey, and then if they need another kind of insurance, direct them to that. They need that.
Exactly. We do life insurance too, and then we really pride ourselves on having a network of really trusted professionals. We want people who, for lack of a better term, give a shit the same thing we do. So, you know, we talk about Christina, the estate lawyer, the trust lawyer. We also work with Christina DeGrozia of CLE, who's an amazing estate lawyer too. So Retirable, which is amazing financial planning services we use, and also a lot of local financial planners too.
So you also have with also all the senior like professionals that something like in their life. Yeah.
Exactly. And we're going to expand on that more in this year, but we have really spent the past 5 years not only building a brand people can trust, but looking into other brands people can trust as well. So our goal going forward is not only, hey, we got your Medicare, hey, we got your life insurance, but we know you also need this, this, and this.
What you were saying that was between adjacent providers,
Adjacent industries.
adjacent industries.
If you think about aging, there's so many different things. There's your health insurance, there's your will, there's your legal documents around who's going to take care of you, what you want to take care of yourself. There's your life insurance, there's your financial plan.
I love that because when you're saying is out, say someone tells you a story about what's going on with their life, and everyone has their own significant story about what's going on with them. You could say, "Oh, I know someone, I know someone, I know someone." So you can give them those, and that's great because not everyone can say that.
Exactly. It's one of those things where I tell people, we say after the Medicare conversation, 64, that's really have the aging conversation.
Aging conversation.
Years before that. I'm actually reading an amazing book by an author called Sarah Bradman, who's a senior consultant. 400-page book. Every page is so dense with you got to do this, this, and this. There's so many legal documents. There's so many health directives. Like, there's really such an interesting time because if you even make a mistake, you can get involved. And if you think about it, if you are going through a health issue or you're cognitively impaired, it's already a high stressful situation for both you and your family. Now think about how stressful that is. Now imagine you get to the hospital, you're unconscious, and the doctor says to your kid, "I'm sorry, you don't have permission to act on your parents' behalf." Think about how much extra stress that adds. Now, if you'd had the conversation, this is again a state plan, I'm just kind of giving you situations. But for us, it's like telling your kids, hey, here's what your Medicare entails. Here's the guy who called without questions because and we want to pride ourselves on helping you out through all the different situations. Say, comes to me me or anybody on the team as a spry 65-year-old looking to spend your days in Florida playing pickleball, and then maybe 15 years later, it's a much more somber conversation, but we want to be there through every step of the journey to make sure that not only you have the health insurance you need, the life insurance you need, but also our network of people are helping you out as well. So that's what we want to do.
Total package. Right? Like, you look at the total person.
What we're looking at it as what we're looking to implement this year is what's known as a retire. Where you come to us purely for the Medicare, but we have every other piece. And maybe you already have a financial planner, but it's like, okay, here's your estate plan.
That's a piece you have to explore.
Exactly.
Like if you have a checklist in places where
Yeah, I mean, our bread and butter always have to specify is Medicare. It is keeping your costs as low as possible, getting you the care that you deserve. We'll help you move. We'll help as you're moving. We've helped a lot of people with state assistance to help lower their costs, whether it's prescription costs, facilities, that kind of thing. So we really want to we go to retirement homes and give seminars about how people are overpaying because if you're a senior, life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
You could be a widow on $1,500 a month in Social Security. Every penny counts, and
But I like what you're saying because it's like you're not only that you're passionate about Medicare, but you're passionate about people.
Exactly.
So right, so the person. So it's not just okay. Yes, I'm selling you something. You're like, I care about you. And I want to guide you through the right path.
Exactly.
Also, what you said too is, if I heard it right, it's once you're 65, here's this thing. Congratulations, like it's yours.
Yeah.
So you can either just accept it and be like, oh, okay, now I want to have a conversation, or you have that conversation ahead of time.
Yeah.
When should somebody, what age should somebody start to have a conversation with you or somebody you feel well in the middle of their space?
Yeah, I would say the 2 points to your point, Sharon. You're absolutely people first. We find an era of overseas call centers where it's not a knock on the person overseas, but health insurance is very good to understand if you are from America. Now, send that to someone who English is their second language. I feel for them because they are put in a tough situation. I'm not trying to hate on a person overseas. I'm more hating on the insurance company that's decided your health care isn't important. And I say that with all of the health in the world because I've had conversations with clients where, someone my age, their dad is dying of dementia. They forgot to pay their prescription drug plan. The coverage is gone. Now their prescriptions are $5,000. and we're getting sent to Philippines to talk to somebody who, to their credit, sounds like they're about to cry as well because they want to help, but they can't.
Yeah, right.
And these are the conversations that you don't realize, but once we hit here, it's so contentious, and to me that just shows that these companies don't care about your body. And the reason we grow, 50% of our business is because they say those guys and girls do the shit.
Fans.
Right, exactly.
Right. People.
Right, people. Of overseas call centers, facial saying like chatbots, where like here's a person who you feel you're paid everything you can to help you out. One of my first clients ever, I say client who helped them, was a couple who had taken their own Medicare plan. One guy was a barber, the other was a housewife. They worked so hard. It's a long health insurance plan. There were $50,000 in medical debt. Wow. They had both gone through catastrophic health issues, and they thought about selling their house. And I think about it, you work so hard to do this. It's got that nice little house on the water in Orchid River. Just live out your days in the wrong health insurance plan.
Derailed.
And how maybe you're working with your kids, how maybe you can't see the doctors you want to see. And this is a story that's told every
I hear
single
that all the
day.
time. Especially when I have to do estate sales, they girls have that story. They say that now there's one path, now there's a fork in the road, now they have to go to another path because of that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
We pride ourselves. It's an uphill battle. We have people who are very small companies. We take pride in getting to people before they can put it together what we have, and making sure that they understand this. One of my, I guess, I don't want to say it's a favor of mine because I never want to see this happen to somebody, but I helped out this amazing woman in the lifelong waitress, worked her ass off. She goes on to Medicare. Sorry, they go on to Medicare. They go on to Medicare, and then a serious brain tumor diagnosis. And they are calling me, can I do this? Can I do that? Surgery, chemotherapy, everything paid for. She's done with her brain, with their brain is. So when you have those stories, you say this is worth it. It's like, we're going out, we're fighting for education, we're fighting by being part of the community, we're just making sure that people understand the risk. Outcome is people don't realize how well things are working because it's just working.
Yeah.
Great
news is good news.
Exactly. That's the thing, is sometimes people are like, oh, like, what am I paying for all this? And then, thank God I took your word for it. They're like, okay.
From peace of mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah.
I 100% get it. And that's why we started this podcast, is to just go to a shop, have a good cup of coffee, see what people are doing, in the hopes that people are going to find it, interact with it, share it, and we found a lot of people, but like we found you. And if I'm hearing you correctly, you guys in your life and health want to educate you into talking fluxing people who are going to be receiving the service. Because the more you can educate the upcoming classes and consumers of this product, the better off our system is hopefully going to get. It's like a grassroots movement.
Exactly.
So a small company against other behemoths who have a system that churns. You just want to march to the beat of a different drum.
Exactly.
Help people make better decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude. And I always kind of go back to this previous year. I went to this amazing conference in Las Vegas. And the organizers of the conference are awesome. So when I say, I never want to talk down about the organizers, of course. But I was very excited. First business conference, I got a new suit. Me and my buddy went up. I've never been to Vegas before, and
Just don't throw sevens.
Exactly. Well, that's the one thing this is my only thing. But I really left that conference like, these people don't care.
Okay.
It goes beyond they don't care. They aggressively don't care. They are outspending us. They're outmaneuvering us. And, a lot of times in business, it's the sad reality. What we do, a lot of times, the more profitable move is the move that isn't good for your customer. And we find a lot of people were lying through their teeth. They were pushing these products that were going to make healthcare worse for everybody, but the insurance companies and the hospitals and ways to ticky tack, take money away. it kind of renewed this sense of what we do. We go to these places and we see these like $1 billion companies and we're like, you guys are like true sociopaths. Like, and like it's almost scary, eye-opening. Like, it brings you back here and you're like, and I probably can't do anything nationally, but to your point, if we can locally,
That's it.
Right.
Right.
New Jersey is one of the most densely populated states, 55 and older.
It's the second largest in the population.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's especially Ocean County.
Yeah.
It's State County, Miami, and it's Ocean County, New Jersey. Who knew? So if in our little backyard, in our little corner, we can start a movement.
Yeah.
If we can start a movement to go to retirement homes, we can get the word out.
Yeah.
And we've seen it, pay itself forward in a way that, can also sustain the business, which is good to see. Because, like we say, I'm brushing my own shoulders off here, but basically it's like, when one person gets treated with respect and they understand how serious it is and see it, people getting disrespected and being treated like a number as opposed to a person, word gets out pretty quickly. It does help out,
I just love that because it's the passion. I feel the passion that you have for helping us. So it's not just about dollars and cents for you. It's really about helping people. And a lot of it's so good, right? And we always say,
It feels good.
right?
It's a very,
We always
it's a very
say-
selfish moment right now.
Right? We always say we don't want to have people on the show that are just like droning on about things that we're not interested in or don't have the same passion. I love the fact that you have that passion for people because we have the same passion for people. Because we want to make sure.
It's in the name too. It sounds like you're an extension of being local.
Yeah.
And expert.
Right.
You're a local person that lives in Ocean County. You're looking to work with your neighbors, and you're an expert. You're living the field.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe the word expert is. I like to look at the word expert as like it's a movement. Right? Always trying to learn 1% better in our craft. The Medicare field, the healthcare field is going to change and evolve. So what you know now is not going to be sufficient for the means of tomorrow. Your state should be done. We're going to get in front of people. Right? Same thing in the estate sale space or the real estate thing, mortgage financing. If you're passionate about what you do, I think it'll show. And
Yeah.
it shows, man.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
Crazy if you told me when I was 27, bartending, trying to make it as a musician. Selling.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, what the hell? Didn't you,
But that's something. The chapter is different chapters of your life. This is another chapter in your life.
It's so crazy too. It's like the little things. I'm sure you have the same thing where it's like, you help somebody out and they like come in and they don't have a lot and they just give you like a box of chocolates or a bottle of wine. And it's like, I had one guy like give me a guitar.
Oh, wow.
It's like stuff like that where you're like, okay, maybe when you're starting out, like it's rough, it's not how it is. Like,
Yeah.
those little moments and it's like, okay, keep pushing, it's like you're actually impacting somebody. You don't know way that goes beyond a sale or something like that. Like you're peace of mind, you're protecting them. That's something you feel about.
Gave somebody the opportunity to have getting trained, operated on good, great quality care back home.
Exactly.
We give some home ownership, less cluttered home. We give some life and coverage and peace of mind. It really is in the service. It's a service. If you find yourself needing service to Google, you'll be okay. Whatever it is that you like, I love change. I like numbers. Now let's figure it out. I like coverage. You like antiques.
And it's sales and real estate. I'm like all about it. But I think it's just passionate, of course, and it's always passionate. And this is our passion right now, right? All right. So let's switching gears a little bit.
Sure.
Let's just talk about what's in front of us right now.
Sure. So we are Divi Tree Coffee, and we have the habit of coming up and asking, what do you guys make? This is a strawberries and cream stone.
Oh my gosh.
It is, or what's left of it.
What's left?
Y'all wanted to dive into this instead of chocolate chip cookie. It had a crack to it. When I cracked it, she was laughing hysterically.
I was like,
It sounded like a brick.
mm-hmm.
The taste is out of this world. You gotta try this coffee. You
You
try
do
the
the
coffee and the cookie.
The cookie, I think, it requires a dipping concept. I think you have to dip it, or
This is Milk's favorite.
yeah, this is milk. That's a milk cookie.
I like sucking that into your mouth and also like does it.
Good chocolate too. I wouldn't expect anything less from a place like this. Like, what did you say about this? How did this place come to be?
Oh, so the from what it looks like on the internet, I hope I'm not wrong, but apparently the guy, he used to go to this other coffee shop and he met this girl and they fell in love and then they ended up opening up their own place, which is this place. And now it seems that they're gonna take over the place that they first met, which I think is so cool. It's like a nice little, and the guy is local from Brick. And she's local from Brick, I think, and he's local from Point. So they're both local people, which is really good. And so it's a love story. So it's all local people. Again, we were all local people, kind of, but
Ocean County.
right, Ocean County.
Ocean County's neighborhood. That's the local.
Yeah, definitely. So it's really a cool story. So it definitely survived. It's someplace that you should definitely come check it out. And let me just say one thing. We went to Brick last week, had a great time, and I got like a little bit of pushback from the feedback. Listen, this is our opinion. If you don't want to come, you don't have to. We're not telling you have to come. It's just an opinion.
I'm telling you.
Opinion, because some people like they have like this reservation about trying something else, or maybe they looked and they saw a bad review about something. I'm the kind of person, even if I see a bad review, I'm still gonna check it out. I'm still gonna give them a chance.
You've never been there, right? You've never been there. Have you ever been here?
That's great.
Okay. If you saw that it had a couple of bad reviews, would it have stopped you?
We met all next door, and I find that it's so reactionary.
Yeah.
And you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I think you need to have your own experience sometimes. And yeah, maybe a review can guide you a little bit, but I still, even though I see something with a bad review, I still want to go check it out. So that other place we went to last week had a bad review, but when we went and we liked it, I love this place. It seems like yes.
Guys, what do we say all the time? Our tagline is don't take our word for it, right?
Right.
You gotta come try this, right?
Yeah.
You have to come try it. Don't take our word for anything. Like, that's the thing. Don't take somebody's word for a while.
Yeah.
It's also, different grows.
Right.
Like super soft cookie and this one's hard, but it's still good.
Right, exactly.
So if I
review somewhere where it's like I had to break this cookie,
Right.
threw it in the trash, and it's like just eat it.
did you taste it? Because
Right.
like, no, it's a good cookie.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think it's like I spent 10 years of hospitality and arts.
Okay.
And some people kind of just have to stick
So
up
you
with
know.
it. There's nothing you can do about
And
it.
then sometimes you're just having a bad day. Whatever, maybe you went to a place and there's someone in there is just having a bad day. Give them grace. Go back the next day.
Praise.
Give them some grace.
Praise.
Right?
Praise. The
Yeah.
reason why we said it before our meals. It's
Yes,
just,
right.
And that's the thing. You offer yourself that moment of peace so that person can have a little bit. Be like, hey, wherever you're at, I'm cool with that. You know? Sorry, it didn't go this way. I'll catch you next time. I'm like that.
Yes.
I tell Lucy all the time. I was like, I want to go back and get a second
Right,
shot.
I do
And
the
she
same
looks at me,
thing.
she's like, are you sure?
And me too. I'm always about second chances. Sometimes you just don't have a good day. I know sometimes I don't have a good day.
Sometimes you're just like I'm not in the mood.
The coffee wasn't good this time.
Right,
Well, I
exactly.
will
Let me
say,
go
like,
back.
we just got done with our busy season at the end of December, and usually it's done by December 7th, but this year was busier than normal, which is a blessing. And leading up to Christmas, I was definitely like,
Right. Oh yes, again, we need to have some grace. So I'm just talk about Point a little bit.
Yeah, please.
So the housing prices in Point is about 400,000 plus to a little bit over to 2.2 million. So just so you know, in terms of if you want to buy a house out here, that's where the prices are. And Point, we are situated on the Jersey Shore, and it is in Ocean County. And around here, there's a lot of activities, a lot of restaurants to go to. There's an amusement park. There's a
Chris Brewing, is that in Point or is that Brick?
I'm not sure.
Move to brick.
Okay.
Okay. And then there's an aquarium not too far from here. My daughter actually went there. She had to go and do a internship. She's in veterinarian school, so she said she loved it there. And they have really cool exotic animals like sloths and all that kind of stuff. So Point's a great place if you just want another vacation if you want to get away. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Jenks is a cool. There's a big thing called Jenks Point where there's like this cool bar right on the water with live music. I grew up playing volleyball. There's volleyball tournaments here like every weekend, believe it or not.
Yeah, so you got the local events covered, man.
Here, dude.
This is and it's a vibe, right? It's a vibe.
It's very cool. It's like family friendly.
Yeah.
So if you're like in money, so like wasted, like that's how I'd say.
You want to get wasted, you said?
I don't think
You can sneak that in.
so.
If you're 20 and you want to waste this money,
Oh, like they can just sneak that in.
I'm just family friendly.
Family friendly or
there's an asterisk then, right? Little asterisk.
That's the bartender in me, where like I just can't help but get people drunk. Like
Okay.
I'm the guy that like my friends have parties, I like ruin it by getting everyone too drunk. I'm just like, you want it, you want it.
That's not how you pour that beer.
We had this, I lived in New York, we had this party where like I pre-batched a bunch of cocktails and party was over in like an hour.
oh, that's funny. That's great.
Which is funny because I haven't drank since the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017. So,
You guys are cruising again.
I gotta say,
I was rooting for the Rams. I'm sorry.
it's okay. But I also am an Ohio State alma mater as well. So last
That's a
night,
big year.
I was up till 2 a.m. last night, just screaming. Oh,
Big year.
it was amazing. It was such a good redemption year. I love Ryan Day, the coach. We won't talk too much about him later. Ryan Day's that guy that you want to see win, and he always comes up close because he really cares about his players, really cares about mental health. Like he's just like such a genuine.
Yes.
And I'll admit, after we lost to Michigan this year, I kind of gave up. I was like, hey, he's a great guy. He's just not the guy for his job. And he came back around and did it. And like, it's cool when you see good people. It's cool when you see good things happening.
Yeah.
Just such a very, very inspirational story. Without diving too into it, I just really, really cares about his players. And I think it's a pattern without even finding a job done. Unfortunately,
Nice.
the game was all about one energy last night. I was running around my house screaming almost. You know, my buddy actually flew solo to the game. Like we were texting him, and then all of a sudden he just texted us out in the stadium. We're like, "Did you get it down?"
You did that? Listen, you only live once. You only get one shot. So if you're gonna go see your team, at least you gotta go see them win.
Exactly.
Right? Like a gig.
Girls Notre Dame, too, but just
Of course, my daughter graduated from Notre Dame.
Yeah, that was a full circle moment with that one to come.
you're sitting there like,
I know, it's
The whole time. Like, straight out.
so I'm a little bit.
that's great. Marcus Freeman's an awesome coach.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it eventually. This is all.
That's today? Okay, all right.
But it's also transitive. He's an Ohio State grad, so we get the championship too if he loses. I like Marcus Freeman a lot. You know, just not yesterday. Sorry.
Wait, let me just finish up what I was saying before we go into that. No problem. In terms of, oh yeah, I did the point pleasant stuff. So I just wanted to say, again, I'm a real estate agent. I'm the finder and then funder. So if you're interested in real estate, think about us finding fund. Yeah,
As always.
I wanted to mention that.
I like that funding funder. That's a good.
Yeah.
It's a good.
It's good to remember because sometimes, you know what it is? It's like sometimes when you need something, you forget. You're like, I don't know a real estate agent. Like, wait a second. There's that girl that talks about finding all the time. What do you need a loan officer? Is that guy? So it's just like those quick things. You're going, but I remember I was talking to someone and I was talking to her and I totally forgot that she did. she did, you know, whatever she was doing. I forgot what she did. So it kind of reminds you because you do all these networking things all the time. You forget. And something you don't want to keep saying it to someone. Remember, I'm the real estate agent. Remember, I'm the real estate agent. You know what I mean? Like
That's like my cousin. He's got three beautiful daughters. He got a life insurance policy, and we were at a party, and he was talking about it. My other cousin busted me. He's like, "Why did you not go with?"
right, exactly.
He's like, "Wait, you're a life insurance broker?" I'm like, "I work for NJ."
Life.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how could you not use me? Right. So that's why we say
Mine
that.
too much, but I think he's actually going to switch to me. It was. I know exactly. What
Yeah. So that's why we say it. Right.
That's staying in front of people is
Half the battle.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So people forget, like you said, they have busy lives.
Yeah.
They get on autopilot, they feel comfortable, they're not thinking about their health because things are going well. They're not thinking about their house because things are going well.
Yeah.
And it's just when things are going well, you really shouldn't be doing. At the same time, do those yearly and every other yearly checkups. Hey man, how are things going? Right? When it comes to maybe an insurance policy, you're going to see that every year. Where's my coverage? Has the premium gone up? Has it decreased? Right? Where are we at? where interest rates? Can I have mortgages? Is it a good time to sell my house? You're just checking in.
But he also got married instead of kids, signed for life insurance.
Right. So yeah.
So with life insurance, just policy just lapsed because it was term. And it's time for something else.
Right. So yeah. So always know those people. It's always good to know those professionals, and that's what we are. We are professionals.
Adjacent industries.
Yes.
Right? After having met with you, I can comfortably, I don't
Yeah.
doubt it too. I can absolutely say, hey, this is a good conversation. Patient, educated, right? And understanding. And most importantly,
Passionate.
passionate
Yeah.
and people driven.
Yeah.
Right? This person is going to sit with you and discuss everything. So find somebody like that that doesn't feel like a broker, it doesn't feel like a
Right.
sale. It feels like a person. They all get it. I'm sitting with a person and they're helping me figure out this next stage in my life, what it's going to look like, what it's going to cost, and the things that are going to be afforded to me. And it's easy to check in with somebody like that. If you have to go talk to a salesman, like if you go talk to somebody in a pig, oh God, give me,
Right.
you know?
I always
You don't
tell
want to go harsh job because you're gonna get pestered. You're gonna get peppered the second you walk in the door.
I still remember the story because like I go to Manahawk and Keno, it's hard to my car because literally to go to your point, like she probably doesn't even remember me, but I remember Carrie because she was very patient and understanding. She was straightforward. There was one point I was like, should I come back tomorrow? And she was like, oh, we got all this cars and all. And I knew it wasn't a sales tax, and she's like, you gotta pull this off now. Yeah, I think my story is always I went to this one car dealership that will not be cheap, but I walked in very late one day. I was kind of driving past it. I knew I needed a car, so I was like, care if I just test drive a couple just to say. There was a young guy in there who was very like non-committal. He was like, here's the keys. Like, if you need anything, let me know. We're closing in 20 minutes, and the guy behind the counter was like, no. You're leaving this lot with a car. And he's like, I still remember this kid. I'll get you that car that you just drove 229 place. So I was like, I'm really shopping around, man. He's like, what if I did something to your place? 219 a month. I was like, oh,
Wow. Yeah. Made it different.
So
anyway, I have that car now.
No, you don't have that car because, and whether he was not in the middle, you could be that guy kind of man. He looked at you, it's like, we just want to shop.
Right.
People are allowed to shop. Like, I just had this question come up the other day. There was a lady who saw me and she's like, is it that you just give me a number, like the total number that I'm approved for? Or it seems like this is very personalized. House to house is like this personalized. Because we don't do hard credit pulls anymore. Here's the actual shop. You can shop each individual situation. It's not a sales, it's not a budget. Buy a house. I can help you. If you don't want to buy a house, we talk about football, we talk about coffee, we talk about anything else, right? I'm going to ask you if you know somebody who wants to buy a house. It is, my career. However, at the end of the day, you can just look at one individual house and be like, okay, thank you. Well, that's it, right? Use tools. If somebody's not sitting down with you before they turn 65, they could be losing out on some valuable information.
You kind of look at it where like anti-sales. I'm the guy who's like, don't do anything right now. Like, maybe I lose a couple, but I think a lot of people kind of makes them be like, okay, I appreciate that you told me. I don't have to do anything. I think that's like Robbie's asking me to do. When I'm like, I'm not joking with you. We're doing this.
Yeah.
I find a big thing is a lot of people when they turn 65 think they can sit on Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, whatever you want to call it. It's called Get Covered New Jersey. Once you turn 65, 99% of the time, and not keep that coverage. But a lot of people want to keep it because it can be a $0 plan or a $10 plan. After I sweep in and say, actually, you're probably paying 185, 300, the coverage will be good. They're very hesitant, and unfortunately, a lot of the insurance companies will get some misinformation and say, oh, no, you can pay out for a couple more months. Then I have to go and use the healthcare not come forward. It says, once you're on Medicare, you cannot have both. And like, that's where we're like, I don't want to have to tell you this, but like, I don't have to tell you that you're just not going to have coverage and you're going to get bills denied and claims denied. So like, for us, we're like, take your time until you can. And it's like being patient. I had this one call with a guy, super nice dude, but they had the surgery coming up and they were like, I don't want to rock the boat. It's just for 1 more month. And I was like, I am not trying to force you. Well, it was a 2 or 3 hour call where I got on the line with Get Covered and Jay, went through websites, and it just line by line was like, I don't know how else to tell you. This is just not gonna happen. Like, you just need to make a move, and we were able to fix everything. They were very realistic, but I think that's where the personal touch comes in, where it's like, you know, I see people use chatbots, which are awesome, like when the ad like ChatGPT, but a lot of times they give truthful information that isn't context specific, so it's not really truthful. Or you know, you get someone work a minimum wage in a phone center that's just kind of reading from a script and it's misinformation. So
So you can get bumped up to a senior broker, and then getting caught in the Ritz and Reeds. I know
exactly.
because you won't sit there and take the time and be like, okay, you've got my undivided right now. That's what.
So I think for us, it's you know, letting, just like you said, you know, being like, hey, you don't have to do anything right now, but when that's about to hit the fan, you're like, hey, we're doing this right now.
Correct. When you call me, it's time. It's time to do it. And if we want to do this, that was a great plan. Yes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say, I mean, this was really good, right?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Guys are awesome.
Oh, I really like us. You like us. You really like us.
So I noted it.
Oh,
Too soon.
no, it's real. Real.
Shots fired. All right, guys. So that's it. So this is the end of that's it.
That's it.
That's it right there.
All right. So can't leave here without someone's knowledge.
All right, go ahead.
All right. We're gonna share all the stuff in the chat. Okay. I want you guys to head to ptboro.com. Okay, for all things Point Pleasant events. Okay. I want you to head to we are in Point Pleasant. They have their own Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
Right. So for the Chamber of Commerce, you're going to go to pointpleasantchamber.com, okay? And they have all sorts of cool events there. They got a networking happy hour coming up at Public Tees on January 30th, right? Head there, check out all the events. Go. That's where you're going to meet people like Ken, right? So you're going to meet people like Sharon and myself. So if you have thoughts for a coffee business, if you have thoughts of helping people secure good coverage, be able to weather the life events that come their way.
Yeah.
Go meet people. Go meet people in your community. Right? Where else? And of course, cannot leave you without this. And this is all going to be posted in the comments. It's all going to be posted in the description. DVTreeCoffee.com.
Yeah. Great place, great coffee, guys.
Oh my God. They made a whole bunch of stuff homemade. All this stuff homemade. Plenty of people sitting here, like just enjoying the day.
Yeah, I got the strawberry cream scone. It was delicious.
I will say, you know, since we've been here, it's been very busy, but this took like 30 seconds to come out. Like, they were very
Very fast.
I can tell these are good setup.
Yeah.
They have a great setup.
So we recommend Divi Tree in Point Pleasant.
I think we're going to start telling people from now on. This is a 5-star recommendation.
Oh,
This is right. I'm telling you right now. It's a 5-star recommendation.
yeah, everything. Yeah,
They check
5
it- they
stars.
check everything.
Yeah, they check everything.
I would come here and have a conversation. I meet somebody here.
Yeah.
We're
We're going to Shore Pour next week.
we're going to an espresso bar next year,
Shore Pour.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Can't tell me now.
It looks like it's got the like the pub setups like in a bar. So you're just hey, you want a latte, you want a cappuccino. We're gonna measure it out. We're gonna get it started. There's your cup. Here you go, Ted. I can't wait.
I can't wait. That's gonna be great.
I can't wait.
We're gonna have a guest. We're gonna have a guest. I'm not sure her name. I think it's Diane, but we'll definitely tell you them tomorrow. Next week. What her name is?
Okay. All right. Next week we're gonna be live.
Yeah, live.
All right.
Yeah, last live.
Ken,
Kyle.
good to meet you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very nice meeting you. Definitely. Oh yeah. Yeah, good time. All right,
Thanks for joining us on the Local Neighborhood Expert, guys.
bye guys.
Bye.
Beautiful.